can selfish or evil people still be in oneness with the collective? And if they are, simply because there is no way to be outside of the whole, then why are they allowed to do so much harm to others in the collective? Of the whole, then why are they allowed to do so much harm to others in the collective? In a very complex discussion between one of the greatest questioners of Edgar Cayce, Morton Blumenthal, number 900, and the sleeping Edgar Cayce, attuned to the collective, we can find some insights into these hard questions. Since the discussion is so complex, I'll paraphrase here. Morton, on October 15, Thursday, at home I had this dream. It seemed my mother and I were in a hotel where many people were passing by. Then there was the typewriter with a sheet of blank paper in it, waiting to be used by one of the many applicants for the position of stenographer. The typewriter also seemed to be waiting for my more perfect understanding of something else, some final thing, the first three principles of which I had too. In the midst of all of this, a voice said, "All of these are God." Cayce. This dream is presenting to the entity the oneness of purpose, of intent, of the whole being as one. For all is of God, see? And as the entity gains knowledge from living the various phases of oneness, he gains that first principle of which the other two he already has. That first principle is this: God is in you, manifesting to other individuals through every phenomenized situation that is presented in a physical world. 4. Every force which may not be separated or produced by man is of God and of the universal forces. These are the three forces in man. 1. Spiritual, of God. 2. Cosmic, the forces made by man. And 3. Subconscious, the force that bridges the spiritual and the cosmic, connecting the spiritual with the cosmic. Morton. It seems to me that this dream imagery tries again and again to drive home to my dense physical mind that God is one. Cayce. Interrupting, correct. Morton. God is all of these people passing in the hotel and all of the applicants for the stenographer job. Cayce. Interrupting, correct. Morton. All these people are phenomenized forms of God. Also God is all of these consciousnesses. Cayce. Interrupting, except that God is not the cosmic forces made by free will man. These are not related to spiritual forces. These are earth-made. Based on 900 to 147. In many of his readings, Cayce explained that evil is man's misuse of the gift of free will. The Creator allows this because free will is the only way for any soul to reach its original purpose for existence, to know itself, to be itself, yet choose to be one with the whole, with the Creator and the creation. If free will is taken away, then the soul no longer has the potential to become an eternal companion with its Creator. As the theological concept goes, man was made a little less than the angels but with the potential to judge even the angels. This is why souls misusing free will are allowed more time to discover their true purpose, even if they do much harm along the way. Eventually, as recorded in the Revelation, God will stop time and separate misusers from those who have tried to fulfill their purpose. She will then wipe the tears from everyone's eyes and set up a new heaven and a new earth for the companionable souls to enjoy with God. According to Cayce's readings and many other classic sources, before anything was created there existed something that caused the creation to begin. The potential for the creation, what Cayce often referred to as the first impulse, the first cause, was latent in pre-creation emptiness. A good way for us to grasp how there could be anything before the creation is to think of the infinite emptiness as a consciousness, much like our own, except that this consciousness was infinite and perfectly still, no thoughts, quiet. Imagining this with our own minds is one of the states of meditation, a clear, quiet mind, hard to do for even a few minutes. At some moment, this infinite mind began to move, to conceive, and the creation began. Imagine how the idea of light awoke, and playing with this idea, the infinite mind conceived of stars and galaxies of all shapes, sizes, and colors.